Hello everybody, my name is Alex, and in today's video we are going to predict the Gran Colombian Civ in Civ 6. Yes, we're probably going to get a reveal some point very soon, maybe even tomorrow, so I thought I'd predict it all. Now this idea was brought to you pretty much by Nathan, one of my oldest commenters, so thank you very much. I took you up on your idea and yeah, I spent my Saturday night researching Gran Colombia a bit more, which was actually quite entertaining. We're going to be predicting the Civ's bonuses, we're going to be predicting the leader bonuses, the unique building, the unique unit, all that stuff. So if you don't want it spoiled, then don't watch this basically. So as we go through this and break it down a bit, there's two things I want you to sort of bear in mind. Firstly, I'm expecting Gran Colombia to be a domination-based Civ. I think there's going to be a lot of military bonuses within this Civ. And the second thing to mention is I think that these bonuses are probably going to be continentally focused. So to start off with, let's do hopefully some of the easiest predicting that I'll do throughout this whole expansion pass. And that is that the leader of Gran Colombia has surely got to be Simón Bolívar. Literally, if you look through the history, if you watch the whole history of Gran Colombia, nobody else is anywhere near as important as Simón Bolívar. He's there from before the Empire, he's there during the Empire, he pretty much makes it happen, and he's there when it all goes a bit wrong. So I just do not see how anyone other than Simón Bolívar could take the leader position of Gran Colombia. Now, leader bonus wise, I'm convinced he's got to have some military bonuses because he fought over 472 battles during the period, which is a massive number. Many of them were crucial in Hispanic independence in Latin America. In leading this charge for Latin Americans' independence from Spain, he covered so much territory. He covered more than Hannibal, he covered more than Napoleon. So basically, he's got to have some kind of military focus. But the other thing which makes it pretty obvious he's going to have a military focus is that he's already a great general in the standard version of Civ 6. He is there, and his bonus in that is +5 combat strength and +1 movement. So there are like two things I think they could do with this. Firstly, I think that they could give him +5 or +10 combat strength, maybe a bit of extra movement as well for units on his own continent, which are obviously fighting for him. And the second thing I would quite like to see them do, and this would be pretty unique, is keep him in the game as a great general, but a great general unique to Gran Colombia. So he not only leads the Civ diplomatically, but if you're invading a continental neighbor, for example, you could actually have Simón Bolívar leading your troops across the border to conquer and unite the countries and lands of your continent, which would be epic. I really hope that they do that. But yeah, the safe bet would be additional combat strength and movement, something like that, to units on his own continent. So what about Gran Colombia as a whole? What kind of bonuses should we expect from them? Well, Gran Colombia is a bit of a tricky one. When I first started talking about it, I thought, what about bonuses to do with loyalty? What about kind of cities that are on Gran Colombia's continent either get additional loyalty pressure from Gran Colombia or are stronger if they're already owned by Gran Colombia? Obviously, if they had stronger loyalty to your civilization, it would make it easier to maintain a continental empire owned by you. And I thought about that, and then I looked and broke it down, and the Gran Colombia Civ does not look like it will require Rise and Fall to play, so the loyalty mechanics probably aren't going to feature here. So what other alternatives are there? Well, I'm not too sure, because the trouble with Gran Colombia is it didn't exist for very long, so it's very difficult to pinpoint a direction other than military domination because of Simón Bolívar in which their bonuses could go. I guess my other thought is just continental bonuses. For example, could they only build their unique building on their home continent? Something like that. I think a bonus which gives them extra gold to cities on their home continent, extra growth to cities on their home continent. But because of the nature of Gran Colombia, I do think it's going to be really continental focused. I think it'll be something to do with that, but this one I'm not so sure on. By the way, if you are enjoying this video today, then please at some point do remember to hit that like button because that would help me out immensely. Also, feel free to check out some of our previous Civ content if you want more after watching this video. And also, I'll obviously be covering all the big Civ news going forward. Lots more videos like this, so consider subscribing to the channel too. Okay, so if you don't like spoilers but have watched up until this point, this is definitely the point to turn off because we could have already got a sneak peek at Gran Colombia's unique tile improvement. Okay, so for this, we've gone over to Reddit, and a big thank you to the Medusa War who brought this up. They posted about this, so they noticed it, not me. I'm not claiming credit for this, I'm just highlighting their work. And they realised that in the trailer, on the natural disaster occurring, the comet strike, you can actually see what looks like a Gran Colombian civilization. It doesn't look like anything we've had before, and as you can see from the borders, yellow and blue, I'd expect Gran Colombia's borders to maybe be red, yellow or blue. Yellow or blue is definitely a possibility. And I don't think we've seen this stuff before, so it does look like Gran Colombia. So from reading the comments and doing a bit of my own research, these are haciendas. And what haciendas were kind of money-making enterprises, whether that be with mines, whether that be with plantations, to just make money in the Spanish Empire. Now, what I see their primary function being in Civ 6 for Gran Colombia is probably some kind of money-making enterprise to support a big army, because it does look like a domination civ. It looks like a civ where you want to dominate your home continent especially. Then obviously if you're going for a domination victory, you're going to need to carry on your rewards forward. You're going to need to push to other continents actually. But I think these will allow you to sustain that big military. So from a combination of historical research, my own thoughts, and obviously comments on this Reddit post, we've got an idea of what this hacienda could possibly provide. So at a very basic level, I think the yields are going to be focused in food and gold, but there are a couple of more specific bits to look at. First and foremost, why don't we look at them actually being in a triangle? It looks like hacienda triangles are going to be a thing, similar to the Outback Station triangles, where if you've got two adjacent haciendas to your hacienda, or the hacienda you're building, you will get an adjacency bonus. This will probably be in the form of gold and food, something like that. Now, the second thing to mention is that historically, haciendas were very much focused on plantations and mines. Now, if you zoom in on this and have a close look, you can see that not only are the haciendas adjacent to each other, but they also are adjacent to plantations and a mine. I think that for every adjacent plantation, a hacienda may get +1 food and +1 gold. And it's a possibility, though I'm less sure on the mine thing, that maybe we could get an extra production for each adjacent mine. Next up, we're going to talk about the unique unit, and I'm not sure if this could be an example of them on here, but I am, regardless, expecting a unique sort of musketman unit for Gran Colombia. I'm expecting something along the lines of the Red Coat, along the lines of the French Grande Imperiale. Obviously, I'm very good at pronouncing that, which would give bonus combat strength and be unlocked with military science. Now, talking about the Grande Imperiale, that unit gets +10 combat strength for fighting on France's home continent, which sounds quite good for this, doesn't it? This is a civ that we want to focus on Gran Colombia's home continent and be really strong on that home continent, so such a bonus would make that perfect. I also had a couple of ideas of how to make this unique to Gran Colombia. So firstly, as I mentioned, Simón Bolívar's troops moved very quickly across a lot of territory, so it would make sense to give this unit maybe one extra movement point. Now, I don't know whether that should be across the world or just on the home continent, but something like that would make sense. And the second thing I would say is, when Simón Bolívar was launching many of these campaigns to liberate parts of Latin America, what he did was attack from unlikely angles. He attacked from terrain which people thought, you can't attack from there. And I think that could be represented in this unit. Maybe we could get rid of movement penalties, so when people are attacking from a marsh or something which you're not really expecting them to move that quick, this could be a real lightning unit. This unit could move so quickly, be so effective, that it's difficult to hold back in its prime. That would also be pretty historically accurate as well, which I do like the idea of. Okay, so that is it for my predictions for the Gran Colombian Civ. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm so wrong? Do let me know down in the comments, and I will be sure to get back to you. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, then please remember to hit the like button because it helps me out immensely. Also, go and check out some of our previous content, the Maya Civ in 5 minutes, including historical facts and obviously Civ facts, and also to see more content from myself going forward, including just how wrong I was when the Gran Colombia Civ is finally properly revealed. Then do make sure you hit the subscribe button. My god, I hope I am at least sort of right. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video today. My name is Alex, and I will see you in another video soon.